successfully gain the access of the particular device. On a particular device where the attacker is going to access it, those particular stuff is known as exploitation. Okay, so I used two words over here. First word is vulnerability. So if any attacker is going to find out the vulnerabilities of the servers and they are successfully do the exploitation over there, that is known as hacking. Okay, got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so anyone heard about the word cyber warfare? Cyber
Yes, sir.
warfare.
Yes, sir.
So what is cyber warfare?
Sir, it is a modern way of uh, infiltration in the systems or the ID infrastructure of different countries.
So it is a series of cyber attacks that is usually done by an organization or a state-sponsored organization against any other nation to disrupt or gain sensitive information about that particular nation.
Yeah, right. So this is known as cyber warfare. Cyber warfare means, if you guys didn't heard about this particular word cyber warfare, soon you each and everyone you are going to listen these particular things, because now that war which would be done by the countries, that is not done by the army or the any particular other things. They are going to do the cyber war. When countries are doing the cyber war, that is known as cyber warfare. That is known as cyber warfare. So if any country want to do the cyber attack to any other country, how they are going to do? What are the aspects they are actually, or what are the destinations they are actually going to attack? Any idea? If countries are going to do the cyber attack.
So power grid. To breach the data of particular country, other country.
You are not audible ones.
The power grid.
Okay. And
So
Nuclear side.
usually disrupt their main servers that the most of the people use there by using DDoS attack or DOS attack most of the times, or by having a spreading propaganda news around the internet or around the people in that certain nation.
okay, and
Or sir, actually damage the economical system of that particular target so that its economical structure gets gone.
how they are going to target on the economic system?
So by, I think, crashing their certain currency or attacking their stocks and all the big company stocks that they are situated at.
Okay, and
Okay, so apparently they will need to collect data for that targeted uh country. First, they need to collect data, and then because if you don't have data, you don't know what you are even targeting. So you have to get the data first. From there, they can find an exploit or weaknesses of the country, and then exploit it.
okay. Okay, suppose that if a country is going to down the internet connectivity of any particular country, what will happen? Suppose take a assumption. If any country is going to attack on the internet connectivity of a particular country, what will happen? A country would not able to do anything. He cannot able to run their flights. They are not able to run their servers. Nothing would be done in a country. Each and everything goes shut down, because in a in the new era, or in the technology era, the internet is the basic thing which we need. You guys know that whenever a state is gone in a particular threat, so first of all, the what government is actually going to do, the government is going to shut down the internet connectivity over there. Why? So that none of any particular activities would be done by the nonsense persons from there. So suppose that if a country is going to shut down the internet connectivity of a whole country, what will happen? Everything would be goes down. Now, one more thing, a particular student told here, that if they are going to attack on the power grid, so recently it would be happened. India is actually in a sea border. The Iran is actually stopped their ships. They are telling to the officers that you are not able to cross this border. This is our border. So the particular Navy officers would directly communicate with the PMO office. So the PMO directly communicate with the cyber experts, and they told them, they indicate them that if in a 10 minutes they are not going to give a particular path to cross that border, what you have to do, you have to attack on the power grid. And it would be happened recently before, I think so, before 2 months or 3 months before it would be happened. The Indian cyber experts is attack on the Iran or Iraq, something, some country like this, attack on the power grid, and a particular area of the Iran would be goes down, power goes down. And the Indian government told them, if you are not going to allow our ship in the border, to break down all the power grid of your country. So now these kinds of attacks or the wars would be going on between the countries. Okay, so this is known as cyber warfare. Okay, I am actually describing your terms so that if I am continuing the classes, then each and every time I am using these terms. So you should aware about the particular terms which is actually I am using over there. Okay, so this is known as cyber warfare. Okay, one thing I want to ask you, each and every time I am talking about the word internet, there are so many benefits of the internet, but if I am asking you about the disadvantage of the internet or the negative impact of the people in the internet, have you any idea the negative impact of the internet over the people?
Easily get influenced.
Easily get influenced, okay. And how the people,
Circulating false information.
pardon?
Circulating false or like false information.
Okay,
It spreads
circulating,
suddenly.
yeah. Circulating false information, correct?
So privacy issue like that, data leaks from apps and websites.
Okay. Nowadays, what the peoples are actually doing, they are actually downloading the pictures of a particular person over the internet from any social media page, and they are actually modifying it, or they are actually misusing those particular pictures. This is also the disadvantage. And
So
Leading the mental health issues.
hmm?
Leading the
identity theft.
mental health issues,
One by one. Nishan, tell me. Yeah, Nishan.
leading the mental health issues like anxiety, depression, and all, cyberbullying,
Okay.
etc.
Okay. So the basic thing is doing the wrong things over the internet. That is the negative impact which would be impact over the people by using the internet. Okay, like cyber stalking is also over there, morphing the images I already told you, and many more things you guys told me. So these are the disadvantages of internet if people are using in a wrong way. Okay, now a word I so many times uses here, that is cyber security. So what is cyber security? What is cyber security?
Cybersecurity is a technique through which we protect ourselves or organization from uh, scams or the attacks or exploits.
Okay, fine.
So it's
Anything
a fear
else?
step. It's a fear study in which we protect the cyberspace in the sense that the internet, your network, your organization information, and so on.
Okay. A simple term
Uh,
is securing. Yeah, tell me.
yeah, basically, cybersecurity is the practice of enforcing confidentiality, integrity, and availability, ensuring that there are no unauthorized access to a particular system.
Okay. So cybersecurity means when a particular person is going to secure the cyberspace. Cyberspace means any device which is connected to the internet. And a cyber security person's responsibility is to secure that particular device. That is known as cyber security. Means securing the device which is connected over the internet is comes under the cyber security. Okay. So right now also most of the companies or many companies are not actually using any security system in their organization. They are not aware about it that there is a security system is available in the market. So many organizations are actually providing so many security systems, so many third-party application softwares. A SIEM is there, SOC analysts are there, penetration testers are there, and so many more applications is there in the market, but they are not aware about it, or they are not, they are actually neglecting it. They are not using any security system, and what will happen? They goes on the attack and they lose their information. So cyber security means whenever we are securing the cyberspace, that is comes under the cyber security, or any device which is connected to the internet is comes under the cyber security. So when securing the devices which is connected to the internet is comes under the cyber security. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Now, a student here told me about confidentiality, integrity, and availability. This is actually known as CIA trade. CIA trade. In CIA trade, C means confidentiality, integrity, and availability. So what do you mean by confidentiality? Anyone?
So the
Sir,
confidentiality is
One,
like usually termed as the information that is sensitive should not be shown to those people who don't have the access to gain that information. Like only some authorized people should be able to see the information that they are access to see, not everyone.
anyone else?
sir, data is accessible only to authorized users.
A particular data is accessible through
Sir, accessible only to authorized users.
anything else? Anyone? Suppose that there is a data, okay, which is actually belongs to a company, and so many employees are working over there. I am taking an example. There is an employee who is actually provided some data to work on it. Okay. So tell me, is the employee have an authority to send or to attach that particular file with their Gmail and send to anyone else? Is it possible?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Anyone else? No. But most of the cases you are seeing in the organization that any particular employee, any employee is able to send the files or the folder or the particular data which is actually given by the organization. He is able to attach those particular data to its local email addresses and sending to the users, or they are sending to any particular other organization which is the competitor in the market. So they can able to send it, but it is not correct. This is the failure of the confidentiality. Confidentiality means the particular data which is belongs to the company, that should be confidential. Okay. No one is going to send that particular data to anyone. If anyone sending that data, that is known as data breach. Okay. So confidentiality means the data should be confidential, or data should not be sent, or they cannot able to copy that data to any particular pen drive or third party devices like pen drive or your external hard drive or in your mobile. You cannot able to copy it also. Okay. It should be only used by the employee inside the organization, or the particular email addresses or the email servers which is actually provided by the organization. They only use those particular email addresses, and you only able to send the data to the internal email servers only. The external email servers means, suppose that there are so many mail service providers are there, like Google is there, Microsoft is there, and many more organizations are there. If those are third party vendors, okay, those are global mail servers. So if an organization is going to give a data to an employee, they cannot use the global mail servers to send the data. They only able to send the data to by using their own internal mail servers. Okay, that is known as confidentiality. Okay, you always heard about the thing, the particular data is confidential. Confidential means do not share the data to anyone else. Okay. Now, second word is integrity. What it means? Integrity.
So the accuracy and trustworthy of the data. For example, if you have your name in a database, and then assuming in graphic era your name is Saji Daniel, and then in the student database as an instructor and the name comes as Saji James, it's not trustworthy. That means the data is not accurate. So
Okay,
in that,
data is not accurate. Okay. Anyone else?
So
So
integrity ensures that information is accurate and not modified without authorization.
Correct. This is known as integrity. Integrity means protecting data from the unauthorized modifications. Modifications means a particular employee, the organization gives some data to him to do some task. He cannot able to delete the content of the particular file. He cannot able to edit it. He cannot able to delete the whole file from the location. He cannot have any particular authority. And how we can able to going to provide this kind of security by providing the uh, file permissions or the sharing permissions to the folders or the data. By this, the organization actually providing the permissions to the files and the folders before that when they are providing the data to the employee. This is known as integrity. So data is not been tampered, authorized. Okay. So confidential data is shared to someone, that means the data breach, and editing, deleting, you cannot edit or delete the data, that is known as integrity. Fine. Third one is availability. What do you mean by availability?
So that the data should be can be accessed timely whenever needed by the authorized users.
Correct. It means, suppose that you all guys want to access the Graphic Era website for a particular task, for doing a particular task in the same time or in a different time, whatever it is. I'm taking an example in the same time. Okay. And what will happen on that particular period, you are not able to access the uh, Graphic Era website. This is known as unavailability of the server. When a client is trying to access the server, it is not available. So availability means each and every organizations is actually always trying to provide their server 24 into 7, 365 days. That means whenever the client wants the data or a particular request to the server or access particular data from the user or send any particular message to the server, anything over a network or over a internet, it should be available. That is known as availability. Each and every time the server should be available by the organization who is actually responsible, who is actually managing the server. That is known as availability. Got it? Whenever you guys are trying to access any particular server, any particular data over the internet or a particular network where you are situated, the particular server should be accessed by you. That is known as availability. So high availability should be there. Okay. So each and every organizations are trying to achieve this task, that they will able to provide the high availability of the servers. Okay. Now I use a word hacking. Okay. So if I ask you, is the hacking is a offensive thing or it is also used for a defensive purpose also?
So there are
So
multiple
it
forms of
is
hacking. Like it
Okay.
can be used unethically or ethically. Unethically are those like those malicious attackers who deliberately try to disrupt any systems, any organization systems. Whereas ethical hackers are those that can be appointed by the organization to run some attacks to know the vulnerabilities of a system, so that in a future, if any malicious attacks happen, they can be prepared beforehand for that.
Okay. Anyone else? You are
So
right. You are
hacking
100%
hacking
right.
can be both offensive and defenses. For example, if let's say a bug hunter, he's also an offensive and also defense, and he found vulnerability in a system, and then alert the organization say, "Oh, you have this vulnerability," for him to patch it. So it can be both with either offensive or defenses.
Okay, fine. Anyone else? Correct. You are correct. If I am saying the term hacking, it is actually related to the positive purpose also, negative purpose also. How? If I am saying the term ethical hacker, if I am pronouncing ethical word, so ethical hacker is always doing an offensive purpose of hacking. That means it is an offensive hacker. Offensive means protecting the organizations from the attack. Protecting the organization from the attack. Each and every server, each and every network devices. If I am talking about the network devices like switches, routers, firewalls, okay. Many more devices are also there like your servers, okay. Your web servers are there, your database server is there, application server is there. So many servers are also there. So to defending or to protect this particular environment of the organization, that is the purpose of ethical hacker. And there is an unethical hacker is there whose purpose is of, oh sorry, ethical hacker is a purpose of defensive purpose, okay. And an unethical hacker is actually doing the offensive purpose of hacker. Offensive means he's actually going to attack on a particular server or a device without getting any particular intimation or the authority by the organization. Ethical hacker, if I am going to say the word ethical hacker always do a defensive purpose first thing, and ethical hacker is hired by the organization. That particular organization is also going to do the agreement with the ethical hacker, whatever the agreement I told you before, and they will provide the informations, the exact informations of the servers and the devices to the ethical hacker. Then after that, the ethical hacker is going to protect those devices from the attack. And the offensive hacker or an unethical hacker, they actually doing the attack without knowing the organization. Okay, so there are types of hackers are also there. So if I ask you, who is a hacker? So hacker is a person who uses technical skills to understand, explore or manipulate computer system, network or software. Okay, that person is known as hacker. That means hacker, a person who is a hacker, he has a sound knowledge of the particular stuff which I am going to teach you in this training module. Okay, so he know how the attacker is exactly doing the attacks. So he aware about each and every attacks. Then only he can able to protect it from those attacks. So an ethical hacker is also know each and every activity which is actually doing by an attacker. He know the mindset of the attacker, how and what are the tricks or the techniques it's actually using by an attacker to do the attack. Then only the ethical hacker is able to defend or protect from those attacks. Okay. So ethical hacker is also known as white hat hackers, white hat hackers. Okay. So white hat is, if someone is saying you that he is a white hat hacker, that means he is an ethical hacker. Okay. He is actually doing the work legally. Legally means he is actually signing the agreement to the organization, and each and every information is actually providing by the organization to the hacker, ethical hacker. Then he is going to do the things like, suppose that an organization hires a penetration tester. Do you know the word penetration tester? Penetration testing? Anyone know penetration testing? What is penetration testing?
Sir, it is usually done to check if it is like a layer of steps of doing ethical hacking. First is to attack and try to gain access of it, gain the system's access. Next is to try to gain information about the system. Third is to try to stay in the system as long as possible.
No, no,
And
say in a simple word. This is a process of the penetration testing. I am not asking you the process. I am only asking you what is penetration testing.
oh,
And there is one more thing, that is vulnerability assessment. So two terms are there, and these two terms are actually using VAPT, vulnerability assessment and penetration testing. I am also providing these particular VAPT to so many organizations. Okay, this is a thing which each and every organization wants. So what is first thing is vulnerability assessment. So I already told you about the vulnerability. Vulnerability means the weaknesses. So vulnerability assessment means a particular ethical hacker is going to check what are the weaknesses are there in the organization's IT infrastructure. What are the weaknesses? Suppose that as a weaknesses, I am taking an example. I told you before, two protocols, HTTP and HTTPS. Okay. Suppose that an organization is using both the protocols, HTTP and HTTPS both. Okay. But the real scenario is they only have to open the HTTPS protocol to the outsiders, not HTTP protocol. But what will happen? Most of the organization neglect this particular simple thing, and they open both the ports or both the protocols for the outsiders. Then what will happen? HTTP is a non-secure protocol, and the attacker is easily attacked on it. So this is a kind of vulnerability. So our responsibility is to find out the particular vulnerability and tell to the organization that these kinds of vulnerability are being there in your servers, and you have to protect from, you have to turn off that particular protocol in your servers. Okay, so this is known as vulnerability assessment. That means you are only finding out the weaknesses of the servers as well as the network devices, and you are creating a report and submitting to the organization that these are the weaknesses which are exist in your organization level, in your devices or in your servers. This is known as vulnerability assessment. Okay. Some of the organizations are doing both the things, vulnerability assessment as well as penetration testing. Penetration testing is a difficult task because in penetration testing, companies authorizing to the particular ethical hacker that come and attack in my environment. But organization is not going to attack on their live environment. They are actually providing a simulated environment. Simulated environment means simulated environment. Simulated environment means I am going to tell you, suppose that there is an organization like Graphicira. Graphicira running a website. The website name is gu.ac.in. So this particular domain name is actually registered with their website. So this is the official web server of the Graphicira. Now the Graphicera wants to do the penetration testing on this particular website. So what they will do, they will actually going to deploy a replica of that particular server. A same server they are actually going to do, they are actually going to deploy a second server of the same replica. And that particular server, a same server, each and every code of the server is same, that the particular look and feel of the website is same, each and everything is same, but it is not deployed over the internet. Okay. Now that particular simulated server is provided to the penetration tester, and the responsibility of the penetration tester is to attack on that particular server and show the organization that these are the loopholes from where the attackers would be attack on your environment. Kindly remove all these particular vulnerabilities from there. So in vulnerability assessment, the ethical hacker is only going to show the weaknesses. That means these are the weaknesses of in your server. In penetration testing, the particular ethical hacker is going to attack on those vulnerabilities and shows to the company that, see, these are the vulnerability and this is the particular steps by which the particular attacker is going to enter in your machine. Got it? The difference between VA and the PT, and these are the stuffs which I am providing to the organizations. I am doing the VA PT for so many organizations. So many organizations means there is a guideline which is actually circulated by the government of the India. Any particular organization, if they are running their website and that particular website is actually using any database, then in a particular year, each and every year, the organization has to do the VAPT of that particular web server. I'm taking an example of web server. Each and every server and each and every network devices which is actually protecting any data or which is actually storing any data, you have to do the VAPT each and every day. So it is mandatory to do the VAPT by each and every organization for every year. So that's why it is a it is focused by the government of India that you have to, each and every organization has to do the VAPT over there. Okay. So the job role of the VAPT persons, they are also hiring the third party persons also for doing the VAPT. Okay. Because why? Because government bodies are telling to the organization, you are not authorized to do your own VAPT. You have to conduct this VAPT by any third party vendor. Then only we will accept the particular document or the particular stuff which you are showing to us. Because if you are itself, you are doing the VAPT, how would I understood that the particular each and everything is okay? So you have to do from the third party person or the third party organization. Okay. So I am also doing the VAPT for so many organizations. So the penetration testing is also a part of ethical hacker, a cyber security audit. Okay. So cyber security audit is also a part of ethical hacker. So auditing means whatever the infrastructure is actually built over the organization, is each and every devices are actually deployed in a proper manner, each and every connectivity is proper, the firewall placing of the firewall is correct, placing of the servers are been correct, the particular traffic which is traveling over the internet or a network, it actually protected, all the data are being secured. So this is a part of cyber security audit. Okay, so protecting the systems from the attack is the major part of white hat hackers. Okay, then second is black hat hackers. Black hat hackers means the malicious hackers. Okay, who is actually doing the illegal activities. They are doing the theft or damages to the organization for the personal gain. Okay, they are breaching the data servers. They are sending the ransomware attacks to the particular server. They are sending the phishing mails to the users. They are doing the malware attacks. So the particular illegal activities, all the illegal activities which is done by the person is known as black hat hacker. So these are the malicious attackers. So we have, our responsibility is to protect from these particular malicious attackers to the organization. Okay. And one more type of hacker is there that is known as hat hackers. So gray hat hackers actually a combination of white hat hacker and the black hat hackers. That means they are actually doing their job for the offensive purpose. But when they are doing the offensive purpose role, I'm elaborating you. What is exactly when I am told you about the penetration testing? Okay. So in the penetration testing or the vulnerability assessment, so many informations are being provided to uh, the particular ethical hacker by the organization. If I'm talking about the gray hat hackers, okay, in gray hat hackers, some informations are being provided by the organizations, and most of the informations are being fetching by the particular attacker itself. They are finding out the information by itself of the organization, and some of the informations are being sent or given by the organization. That means it is the combination of black hat hacking and the white hat hacking. In white hat hacking, the each and every information is provided by the organization. In black hat hacking, none of any information is provided by the organization. And in gray hat hacking, it is a combination of white hat hacking and and black hat hacking. Okay, got it. So mix of the both white hat and black hat. So any doubt? You guys have any doubt till here, which I have told you? Anything
sir.
you can ask me. So as an ethical hacker or a pen tester, what we are actually going to do, we are actually going to find out the vulnerabilities of the websites, vulnerabilities of the web applications, vulnerabilities of the network, vulnerabilities of the Wi-Fi devices, vulnerabilities of the mobile devices, vulnerabilities of the mobile applications. Okay. Also doing the penetration testing, also doing the vulnerability assessment, also doing the security audits, also doing the risk analysis. Okay, so each and every step. So this is the particular thing which the ethical hacker do. So see how many job roles are there. Okay, you can also able to become an ethical hacker to find out the vulnerabilities only. If you want to do the penetration tester, become a penetration tester, that is also a job role. If you only want to become a security audit, you can also able to do that particular job. If you want to become a risk analysis, that is also there. I'm also give you some more examples. So whatever I taught you, if I ask you what are the advantages if you learn the CEH? So what are you thinking? What are the advantages if you learn the CEH, or if you have gained a CEH certification? What are the advantages? I told you so many things over here.
Yes, you still a chance to be diversified. Maybe you can be on the blue team or the red team.
Okay.
Being in a certified eco.
Okay. Being a certified ethical hacker, what is the benefits? What are the advantages? If I talk about only the certification part, what are the advantages?
So helps professional protect system and cyber attacks.
Okay.
So will help us to like most of the organizations in today's world are looking for more of ethical hackers as cyber attacks have now become a more prominent in today's generation or today's modern world. These type of certifications will help us to actually, go and have more knowledge about types of hacking, will make us understand the boundaries of ethical hackers, understand what type of threats are coming in today's world, what new types of threats are coming in today's world, understanding of
Okay.
cyber warfare, how
Okay.
how the how this mode of cyber warfare is changing the old is changing the era of warfare that we have seen in previous times, how we can keep up with today's attacks, how we can defend ourselves from today's attacks, how we can protect ourselves from unauthorized attacks or unauthorized uh, deletion or updation that happens.
Okay. Fine. Good. Each and every person who is actually using the device and the device is connected with the internet, each and every person demands a cyber expert. Remember it. If you are not aware about the basic fundamentals, I'm talking about each and every person who is using suppose I am taking an example, Android mobile. You see how many attacks are going on the daily basis. I am telling you a number. Each and every year, the the cyber fraud which would be happen in the India, the number is the particular amount, the particular amount which is actually conducted by the attacker. That is the cyber fraud which is actually performed by the attacker to the users of the Indian citizen. That is near about 1 lakh crore rupees per year, each and every year. And this is the particular number which is actually disclosed by the government of India. So think about it, what is the actual number over there? Why it happens? Because each and every person carry a mobile phone, and that particular mobile phone is connected to the internet. That means we are in a cyberspace. And if we are in a cyberspace, we have to know how to handle our devices. We are providing the mobile numbers to anyone. We are giving our email ID to anyone. We are also providing the username and password to a person the person who we don't know about him. Okay, so many attacks are there. Our financial informations are also attached with our mobile phone. We are using the Google Pay, Phone Pay. We are also using the bank applications. So each and everything is actually connected with our mobile. I am taking one example only. If you see around you, each and everything is connected with the internet. And if you are not using these particular devices carefully, so we are in a threat. Okay. So if there is a high threat, always been a high threat each and every time to an organization. I'm only talking about the organization. So consider it, how many job roles are being there for the ethical hackers. Each and every organization need an ethical hacker. If they are not able to hire the ethical hacker, they are actually hiring a third party vendor. But each and every organization is actually need an ethical hacker. Why? Because without ethical hacker, they are not able to survive on a single day. You heard that big organizations are also being attacked. How? The Twitter is actually hacked. I think so 6 months or 7 months before. You think about it. As they are not actually deploying the firewall. They've deployed the firewall. They are not using IDS IPS devices. They are using the IDS IPS devices. They are not deployed the security mechanism. They are deployed the security mechanism. They are using the SIEM techniques. They are using the SOC analysis. Each and everything they have. Then also they've been attacked. each and every aspects when they are following it, then also they are attacked. Then think about it, the organization, they are those organizations who are not using any particular security mechanism, security system. So day by day, this particular field is growing. Okay. So the strong foundation of the ethical hacking. So you have a strong foundation of ethical hacking. If you are going to learn the CEH, then you have a strong foundation of ethical hacking. I'm not saying you that you will learn each and everything. Okay, it is actually providing a strong foundation. It is not a medium level foundation or less level foundation. It is providing you a strong level foundation. Okay, you will learn how to attack on a particular server or on a particular machine. You also learn how an attacker thinks and operate from there. What is the actual mindset of an attacker? What are the techniques or the tools they are using over there? In this course curriculum, I will show you maximum attacks, how the attackers are going to do. What is the exact mindset of the attacker? How they are actually going to do the attack on the database? How they are actually going to do the attack on the web server, how they are going to do the attack on the operating system, how they are actually hacking the particular system or the server. Okay. How they are actually fetching the information without their knowledge. They're fetching each and every information of the server or the web server or each and every device's information without their knowledge. How they are going to attack on the particular server or the network devices. Okay, post exploitation, main exploitation. Then in the last step, you are going to defend how we are going to defend those particular attacks. Okay, if you are doing the CEH certification, that is a globally recognized certification, which would be accepted by worldwide across all the industries. If a candidate have a vast knowledge of the hacking, all the aspects of the hacking, and also have a CEH certification, then the organization is going to provide a priority to conduct the interview. And if the interview is crossed, then they will hire you, because they have exactly what is CEH? CEH actually a certificate which is provided by the EC Council. And I already told you that the EC Council is an organization which actually providing the study material, the course curriculum, and the training. I am a CEI. CEI means Certified EC Council Instructor. I am a EC Council, Certified EC Council Instructor. Okay. So like me, many of the trainers are there all over the world who is actually providing the training to the students. Why? Because all over the internet, nothing would be there regarding the cyber security. If you are searching how to hack the Windows operating system, you didn't find it anywhere. Why? Because it is illegal. So CH is EC Council is an authorized body who will able to provide the training to the students who want to become a cyber expert. By providing the training, they are also providing a certification. Certification is a worldwide, it is an international certification. International certification means globally each and every industry and the organization know about the EC Council. They know, they are aware about the EC Council, and CEH is a prestigious certificate. So if a candidate have a CEH certification, the organization providing a priority to them, which is issued by the EC Council. Okay. The advantage of learning CEH, high employability and a career scope. Okay. Like you will become a ethical hacker. Already I told you. You become a penetration tester. I already told you. You become a vulnerability assessment. you also become a SOC analyst. You also become a cyber security analyst. Okay, so these are the major job roles which is actually provided by the organizations if you are in a way of or in a path of cyber security. In which particular sectors mostly the cyber experts are being hired? It is in the IT industry, banking industry, defense industry, healthcare industry, telecommunication industry, so etc. So many industries, each and every industries, they demand for a cyber expert. Attractive salary package is there. They are actually paying us. If you have a skill, then they are paying high packages. And if you add a CEH certification in your resume, it immediately value your resume. Why? Because organizations see, okay, this candidate is actually a CEH certified, that it means he has a knowledge. So if we talk about an ethical hacker, so job role for an ethical hacker is unauthorized hacking to find out the vulnerabilities, simulated real world cyber attacks. Okay, if we talk about the penetration testing, I already told you that penetration tester, he actually provided a simulated environment by the organization. They have to, the penetration tester have to show the live attack on their simulated environment. So conduct controlled attack on the system, application and network, prepare vulnerabilities and remediation report. The main core of the particular penetration testing or the vulnerability assessment is the report. That particular report, when you are sending to the or delivered to the organization, from that particular report, the organization would able to recognize what are the vulnerabilities are been there and how we are actually going to resolve it. Got it? Cybersecurity analyst. In cybersecurity analyst, they are actually using SIEM, SIEM, security incident and event management. They are deploying IDS, IPS devices. I will tell you later on this training module. Okay, SOC analyst, security operations center. Okay, network security engineers. They are also securing the networks, firewalls, VPNs, implementing IDS, IPS devices. Okay. Got it? If any particular student have any doubt, ask me. Because this is the introduction session today I have conducted. From tomorrow onwards, I will show you. See, I am most of the thing I am actually focusing on the practical sessions. Okay. Regarding those practicals, if there is some theory portion over there, I will tell you. Before starting it, I want to know something from you. Okay, each one of you know about the network, what exactly the network means. You know the word network, what is exactly the network means, and what exactly the networking means.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm asking to all the students who are actually attend the class. Basics of networking, IP addressing. You know what is exactly the IP address is?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Each one of you know about the IP address? Okay. You know about the Linux, how to work on the Linux operating system?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Each one of you know about the Linux operating system, how to use the Linux operating system?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
You
sir.
guys know how to create a virtual machine?
Yes, sir.
Before starting our course,
Yes, sir.
before starting our course, we have to know each and everything about it. So I will brief you. Okay, I'm not defining or I'm not describing you or each and everything. I'm only briefing you. Tomorrow in tomorrow class, I will brief you each and everything. What is exactly the network is, what is networking, how the physical network is exactly deployed in the organization. When the organization is going to create a network, how they are actually going to communicate all the devices with each other, what is exactly the IP address is. So tomorrow class is surrounding for these topics. Okay, and if we get the time, I will show you how to handle or manage the Linux operating system. Okay, you guys also note down these particular things and search out in the Google. If you learn anything, you will tell me tomorrow. Apart from that, you have a good knowledge of network before become a cyber expert, because each and every device is actually connected in a network, whether it is a local area network or whether it is a wide area network. First thing. Second, you have to aware about the IP address, because this is the major thing which is used to communicate the devices with each other. Then the third thing is, which is the major thing, that is Linux operating system, because as an ethical hacker, we have to, I am going to show you how to attack on a particular machines, and also you have to know how to protect the from particular attack. Each and everything we have to do with the Linux operating system, and the particular operating system which we are learned, that is Kali Linux. There are so many flavors of Linux operating system is there. So we are going to use Kali Linux. I will elaborate you how many flavors of Linux operating system are there in the market, what are the differences between all the Linux operating system, and why we are using the Kali Linux. Okay. Then after that, we have to create the virtual machines. Okay. So I am going to show you something. Uh, See, note down each and everything what I am telling you. Okay. Actually, we have to create 2-3 virtual machines. Okay, we have to create a simulated environment for us, because we need 2-3 machines to do the practicals or the lab to create a real scenario. Okay. So first operating system is Kali Linux. So how is my screen is visible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the site is kali.org. Okay. From kali.org, you have to click on the download. Then there is two types of images are there. One is installer image, second one is virtual machine image. So I have to download the virtual machine image. Okay. So click on this virtual machine image recommended. Then it is showing VMware VirtualBox. We are going to use VirtualBox. Okay. Because I am using VirtualBox, so I recommend you also use the VirtualBox. Kindly download the VirtualBox from the this is the product of, I think so. Wait a minute. Oracle. It is a product of Oracle. Virtual box download. Okay. Virtual box download. Yeah, it is a product of Oracle. Okay. So kindly select the VirtualBox option and click on download button. So it will actually download the virtual machine image to you. That is easily to install and create the virtual machines. Okay. Got it? You have to download this one. First open the kali.org. then go to the virtual machine recommendation, then download the VirtualBox Kali Linux. Got it? This is an operating system image. I will show you how to install it, how to create the virtual machine. But you have to download it. It is near about 3.5 GB. Okay. You also have to download where it is. Oh, I open a wrong link. VirtualBox download. Okay. VirtualBox. Here. Okay, so this is the VirtualBox. So you have to download the VirtualBox from here. You have to download here. And then you have to write down each and everything. What I am saying, you write down it. First of all, you have to download the Kali Linux VirtualBox image. Second one, you have to download the VirtualBox application. Third one, you have to download Metasploitable Metasploitable 3 or 2, whatever it is, Metasploitable 2 download. Okay, and this link, SourceForge. Okay, select this particular link, Metasploitable download. I will tell you later on what all these operating systems are, and click on download from here. Okay, so first you have to download this particular operating system image, then you have to download Metasploitable 2 operating system, and you have to download the VirtualBox image. One more thing you have to download, that I will share you the link. Okay, we also need a Windows 10 operating system, but I will share you the image of the Windows 10 operating system. Fine. So by tomorrow, each one of you download these 3 images or this application and the images in your machine. Okay, so whenever I am going to show you how to create the virtual machine, how we are going to create our environment to do the labs, you already have all the images from with you. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Everyone?
Yes,
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So that's it for today's session, guys. I'm ending up my today's session over here, and we will start the session by tomorrow. Same time, 6 p.m. Okay. Anyone have any issue? There is a group over there. Kindly send a message over there. I will be there. Fine. If any doubt is there to download anything or any other kind of thing, I will be there. Fine.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Goodbye, everyone. Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Good night,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.